I want to say this real quick, man. You know, some motherfuckers, when they get the bag, they think they're unstoppable. They think they're invincible. You know, they think that they can just do anything and there's no repercussions behind it. Man, you are not above the law. Diddy, I don't know what he was thinking, but he can't be moving like no mob boss, man. Being untouched and shit like that. Man, you can be touched at any moment. It just takes time for the chickens to come home to roost. It took him like 30 years to get caught. You know. And now he's paying for that shit now, bro. They're about to throw him up under the jail. He is not gonna win this case, bro. I say he get about 15 years. He gonna do half of that, which is like 7. So he gonna get about 7 years, man. You can't be moving like you doing, bro, thinking you're untouchable. And all it takes is just for a woman to bring your whole entire shit down. All it took was Cassie running her mouth. And that's all she wrote, man. That was all that was all had happened. That's all it had to happen, bro. That's all it had to happen. You know, you get the bag, you gotta move silent. You can't move loudly like he was doing. You know, beating his girlfriend up in the hallway and shit like that. Like, man, you didn't think that was gonna come back to haunt you, man? You know, all the freak-offs that he was doing. I mean, they were trying to make freak-offs illegal, but it's not illegal, man. So you gotta move correct out here in these streets, bro. You can't be out here just moving sloppy with that bag, man. He was moving sloppy. That's the reason why he got caught. You know, being with that woman for way too long. She seen way too much. He should have left Cassie alone, bro. He stole it from Ryan Leslie, man. He stole Cassie from Ryan Leslie. You should have let him have his girlfriend, man. You know, Ryan Leslie, the producer that worked alongside of him, when they came out with Me and You, Ryan Leslie was on the organ. You hear that song? Or that organ in Me and You? Remember that song, Me and You? You hear that organ? That's him. That dun dun. You know, that's him. That's his part. He co-produced that. You know what I'm saying? The one thing about Ryan Leslie, though, you know, on a side note, it's like, to me, he was just an average producer to me, man. He never really produced any hits after Cassie, man. Once Cassie's Me and You took off, and then You Got a Long Way to Go, he produced that. That was it for him, man. You know, that was Ryan Leslie's girlfriend, Cassie, at first. And then she moved on to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I would have never, ever been in a long-term relationship with Cassie at all. You feel what I'm saying? I've been hating and quitting, sticking and moving. You know, and he made a mistake, bro, not paying that woman what he was supposed to pay her, bro. He should have just paid her the money, bro. Was it worth all of this for you to be having such a big head and not pay this woman? You feel me? Was it worth all of this? You being thrown in jail, your money and your network coming down. You feel what I'm saying? So understand this. Just because you got money, it doesn't mean that you can move incorrectly or move sloppily. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you are not above the law. And I kind of think that Diddy has something to do with Tupac's death. So if Diddy goes down, then, you know, Pac death was served. You feel what I'm saying? You know, he been getting away with a lot of shit. He thought he was invincible because he had a lot of money. But that don't mean nothing, bro. You know, damn, all it took for Cassie was to open her big mouth. That's all it took. You see, that's what happens when you step down and you marry down, or you get into a relationship with a female that got less than you. She's gonna want to dig your pockets, man. It wasn't like she was getting child support, you know. And I bet that she told Diddy on the under first. Like, look, I need my $30 million. Are you gonna hook me up? I'm out here struggling, please. If you don't do it, I'm gonna go straight to the press and tell everybody about your freak offs and all this other shit that went down back to back in the past and shit. He was like, nope, I ain't giving you shit. That was the biggest mistake of his life, bro. That was the biggest mistake that he could ever make, was not pay that woman, bro. He should have paid her the $30 million to get her off his neck. Or he should have been, hey, look, I can't pay you the $30 million right now, but I could pay you in payments. Just start making payments to her fucking bank account, bro. Or writing checks. Just shut her fucking mouth, man. You feel what I'm saying? He should have paid that woman. It was not worth all this shit he going through. It wasn't worth it, bro. To have a big ass ego for no apparent reason. You feel what I'm saying? That was his ego talking to him. Yeah, don't give her shit, bro. You know, she ran off with Chad. Why don't you ask Chad to give you some money? Why you asking me? Huh? Chad is not providing stuff for you. You feel what I'm saying? He was mad about that, so then he don't give her shit. And look what happened. She ran to the press. She ran to the media. She ran to the fucking tabloids. I'ma tell on this motherfucker because he ain't giving me that money. And then, guess what? She told, and she got that money. And then, your ass got thrown in jail for like several months. And now here you are in the courtroom alongside with Cassie and the judge talking about, damn, what the fuck did I get myself into? You should have paid her. It would have been easier to pay that broad to shut the fuck up. That's what happens when you walk away from a relationship, you know, where the woman is not bringing in her part. You feel what I'm saying? It becomes dangerous when you're dating a woman who ain't got shit and you got all the money. You know, you might as well marry another female that got some money, man. That way you don't have to worry about all that bullshit. You see, J-Lo ain't hounding him for no money because she got her own shit. He decided to get with a broke chick, man. And this is the outcome of getting with broke chicks. Before they leave, they want a piece of your cheddar, man. You leaving with nothing, they're not as talented as you. They don't got the good, they don't got the smarts like you. You know, they ain't got the ambition like you. See, women ain't got ambition like men. I don't care what nobody say. There's a few women out there that got ambition, but not like us. We got way more ambition than women do. Because when we leave, y'all constantly hounding us for money. What, you can't go out and make your own money? Me and you wasn't enough. You got a long way to go? That wasn't enough. That was only 2 hits, man. You know what I'm saying? Cassie is a 2-hitter quitter. You know? And Diddy took care of her after that for 10 years. And then when they split apart, she ain't got no money, bro. She gonna be like, God damn, here I am struggling. I ain't got no money. I'm struggling. I'ma call this nigga Diddy up and I'ma ask him, please send me some goddamn money before I run to the tabloids. You know what I'm saying? He fucked that up, man, by not giving her that money, but he should have just gave her the money. I guess his ego was so big, so humongous, that he did not want to give her the money. It would have been so easy to give her the money, bro. And I guess now she got the money and your ass went to jail at the same time. At least she would have just had the money and you would have been able to protect your brand. But no, my name is Diddy. Whatever I say goes. There's nobody above me. You're not my boss. Get off my neck. Get off my neck, Cassie. You're not my boss. I don't have a boss. She showed you, bro. And now she in court crying and shit, pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Just pleading her case. And you sitting there in the courtroom like a dumbass, just like, goddamn, looking up at the judge with a blank stare in your face, talking about, goddamn, what the fuck did I get myself into? What the fuck is going on out here? Bro, you better get used to that food in jail. You know what I'm saying? You better get used to that shit, bro. I don't think you coming out of this without any jail time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think you gonna probably get some jail time. Like I said, man, maybe like 7 years, maybe 15. They might give you the full 15, bro. They might throw a 20-year sentence on you, bro. And then you might do 10 of that. 20 years in the state prison, boom. That judge hit that thing on that little mallet, or that mallet, hit that little mallet on a little thing. Your goose is cooked, bro. Your goose is cooked. It'd been so easy to give her the money. That's all. It would have been a lot easier to give her the money. You wouldn't be going through this shit right now, bro. And then it would have been a lot easier if you fought the case instead of giving her the money like right away to get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? You should have fought the case like Jay-Z did. Too late now, man. I just think he been rich for so long that he don't know how to make decisions based on logic and reasoning. The reason why I'm giving her this money to keep her fucking mouth shut about my business. And she was the only one. You know, we let that Tupac shit go, okay? We let that shit go. But this, nah. Sex trafficking, they ain't letting that shit go. You know, they ain't letting that shit go, bro. And I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to do some jail time, man. I guarantee it. It ain't like you're gonna walk away without any jail time, bro. He gonna do jail time. Yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good day, man. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.